one, please. Yeah. Thank you. So I was looking for the timer. Thank you. Have you ever experienced a moment when a single realization changed everything for you? Or can you recall a time when something shifted in your thinking and suddenly you saw things in a new light? You know, many people believe that transformation is a long, drawn-out process, something that takes years and decades, even a lifetime. But I've learned that transformation can happen much more quickly than we think. In fact, it can be very quick. Consider the transformation of a caterpillar into a butterfly. It only takes 5 to 20 days in a chrysalis for a caterpillar to become a butterfly. A creature that starts as something small and vulnerable, crawling on the ground, emerges as something sovereign and free, soaring in the sky. Recently, I found myself in a similar chrysalis. A broken leg forced me to slow down, literally and figuratively, and confront some deep-seated beliefs that had been holding me back. One of those beliefs was guilt for wanting to fly when others around me crawled. I've been holding myself back out of fear of no longer belonging. Shame for thinking that I could fly or that I should fly. True transformation happens when we identify hidden beliefs, bring them to the light, and transmute them. The process doesn't have to take years. It can happen in a moment of clarity, like the light switches on. But like the caterpillar, we must be willing to enter into the cocoon, break down our old structures, and emerge as who we truly are meant to be. The key to a sustaining transformation is to continue examining those lifelong beliefs that are hidden in the dark, behind the calluses. And when we do, we move from one transformation to the next, bringing us closer to the life that we're meant to live. I used to smoke cigarettes, and now I can't even imagine holding one, let alone smoking it. Just as a butterfly is designed to transform, so are we. It's in our DNA. Scientists have discovered that the very structure of our DNA contains a divine code, one that links us to something greater, something eternal. We are all designed to be sovereign and free, just like the butterfly. The choice to transform, however, lies within us. Did you know that the DNA, your DNA, is imprinted? There's a code in it. 2 different scientists have studied and found these codes. One of them noticed that the DNA structure in the double helix of our DNA, there is 4 different amino acids that make up the strand. I kind of gave you a cheat sheet. And the interesting thing is that there's a certain number of amino acids followed by a bridge that connects to the next one. So Dr. Israel Rubinstein, a geneticist, noticed sometime back in the 1980s this pattern and how frequently this bridge connects. The pattern formed 10-5-6-5. The thing about Dr. Rubinstein is he was aware that some languages, ancient languages, also happen to have numbers attached to their letters. He was able to put that together and noticed that the bridges spell out Yud He Vav He, which happens to be the ancient Hebrew language for God. Another scientist, Greg Braden, found another pattern. He took the atomic mass of the majority of the elements that the human is made out of, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon, added that to his extensive knowledge of ancient languages, and came out to the equation of 1563, which translates to God eternal within the body. There is not one human being on this planet, not one, that does not have the likeness of God within them. Even the person you do not like the most. Whether or not you remain like a caterpillar or transform into the sovereign being that you are, take that form within you, it's still within you, waiting to be transformed. The difference is between humans and all the other living creatures is we have a choice. We have free will. But there's the rub. When asked, why a millionaire? Why did you become a millionaire within 6 years when so many people did not? Jim Rohn said, the things I find easy to do, others find easy not to do. And it's that simple, my friends. As a caterpillar looking up at a butterfly, not being able to envision that it too someday could fly, it looks down at its leaf and eats. Have you seen the Hungry Caterpillar book by Eric Carle? It eats and eats and eats. It spends its entire life consuming. And it's not until it stops consuming that it stills itself and enters into that cocoon and that transformative state, that it creates an environment for itself and the structure to become the butterfly. You see, a caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly. The butterfly is born a caterpillar. The butterfly is born a caterpillar. When it enters into that environment to give itself the space to transform and transmute its current structure, it creates the life of freedom and flight and sovereignty it always knew it had. We are not meant to be consumers, but creators. I lost my shoe. Oh. And I'll leave you with this thought as I play just a chorus of a little song that I co-created with AI recently. It's on the back side of your sheet. Just to contemplate this, as a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, we too are meant to undergo transformation. It may not always be easy, but when we embrace the process, we can become something far greater than we ever even imagined. And as you reflect on your own life, ask yourself this: are you ready to spread your wings and fly? You are falling and know so much more than what you see. It's time to spread your wings and fly.
Be all that you can be. The place that you let go and bring this life so true. You're the divine creator, my love, and I'm right here. And I'm right here with you.
Thank you.